Hello class, in this video I'll talk about character design and the procedure of character development. So in the first stage, don't dive into the details of your character, so be relaxed and start with the concept drawing. So concept drawing, it can be, just like a figure drawing, it's based on the reality. It have nothing to do with animation. So all of the drawing is based on the figure, the characteristic of the real character. And you can use drawings to capture the poses, the facial expression and actions the character may have. And then based on that, you move further and you do some exaggeration on the character's expression, the shape, and then you can move on to the full body. Okay, so here for these references is more kind of common in the French animation or in generally in Europe animations. So you can see for the character, the proportion of the head and the lower part of the body is very big, right? And the chest is really kind of compressed. So in reality, you cannot find any person like that, right? And here's another example. And for example, this character, you can see how short she is. And in reality, you cannot find any character, any person that have a scale relationship like that. However, in animation, when you see this type of character, you never feel it's weird. Instead, you feel they are cute and they are real characters. That is because we exaggerated the character, but it's all based on reality. It has the real character's characteristic, the personality, and the performance. And here for this character, you can never find a character that the spine is like this in reality, right? And also you cannot find any person that the head and the neck goes from the chest in this way. But in animation, it is a good design. It is very good design. It is exaggerated the personality of the character. So for the realistic style, is more commonly used in Japanese animation. And in those type of a style, in the concept drawing, you can draw the details of different parts of the body, character's body. You can also depict the function, the animation of the different tools the character use. And after you have those concept drawings, and you can start move on to the character turnaround. And this is how the character turnaround looks like. And this is most common character turnaround. So you would have 4 different perspective of character: the front view, the 3/4 view, the side view, and back view. So if you're taking the 3D modeling animation course with me, if you want to create a 3D character model, you will need a reference image like this that goes from at least 4 different perspectives. So you can model your character based on different perspective, right? And in 2D animation is similar. If this is the main character of your animation, and in different shot, your character may present in a different perspective, right? And in a different camera position. So in that scenario, you want to give your animator a reference about how your character looks like in different camera position, in different perspective, right? So that's the use of character turnaround. And here's another example of character turnaround. As you can see, the artist use this line to reference the scale relationship, the different part of the character's body in different perspective, right? So this will help you to get more accurate drawing in the turnaround. Okay, so after you get the character turnaround, you can work on more details like the character expression sheet. So here we'll introduce a lot of concepts from the animation principles that you studied in the previous lessons. For example, you can break the joint, right, to have better performance. In reality, you could never have your character open the mouth like this, right? If you do so, your jaw will broke at some point, right? And also, you could never scratch your jaw like this. And in animation, it's all possible. you want to break the joint to exaggerate the performance, the expression. And here as well, you can see how long the neck have been extended, right? And how far the head is tilted. So this is all break the joints that we introduced earlier. And here are other examples. So in the expression, you'll depict your character in different emotion, either sad or laugh or crying or surprised or depressed. No. And this is a reference of a character in the Europe animation style. Okay, so you can see how exaggerated the character is when he have expression. As you can see, how character change the shape of the head from this pose to this pose, right? And another example from Disney animation. And when you draw the expression, the hair can also be part of the expression. For example, with different emotion, as you can see, the character's hair shows in different shape and different hardness. And for here, for surprise, the hair is fully extended, stretched out. And here, when the characters get tired, the hair is kind of tired as well. And here you can see the ear, the mustache can also be used as part of the expression. And here's an example for body expression. So when you do body expression, think about the in-between concept that introduced in the previous lessons. So for example, if you want your character to transit from this happy pose to another happy pose, the first happy pose is like, he's looking back, and then the second happy pose is he's asking something from the audience. So in between, you can insert the angry pose that, okay, I want the cheese, but you don't give that to me, so I'm angry to you, and then I switch to a happy smile pose that, okay, please give me the cheese, right? So this pose you inserted in between these two extremes matters, and it totally changes the performance. So you can start to think about that in the body expression. And here's another example. From this pose eating something, and then he's surprised and he's asking something. So between these two poses, what expression would you like to add in between? So this is the in between that the animator added. So you can also bring this expression to here. So he's eating something, he's swallowing, and then he gets super surprised, his body fully extended, right? You can put it here. And then he recovered. However, his mouth is fully opened, and he's super surprised. Okay, what are you doing, man? Like something like that, right? So that is in between for two different extremes. So you can think about that in the body expression. Then you can go from expression to character performance and analyze. So performance design is more kind of a common thing in the industry. Let's say if you have a big team, you have a group of animators who are going to animate the character you designed. So in that scenario, you will draw the keyframes of each key pose of the character. For example, a jump, a attack, a run. And based on this performance design, your character can draw the character actions in different perspectives in the animation. And then it goes to the character color palette. So what color you would use for your character matters. Different color convey different meaning and different personality to your character. For example, the bright color or saturated color like red or yellow, it can make your character be more kind of passionate. And blue color or dark gray color, it can convey the horror, the silence for the character. So the character may be an evil character or a character that just don't like to talk too much. So here's an example. This is our original character, but if we give him more kind of red color, more saturated color, so the character is more kind of passionate. And if we gave him more like a desaturated color, dark gray color, So this character is more like a aged character. And here for these three group of superheroes, we have different color plates for them. So for example, the first group we have the red color and blue color for them. They are superheroes and they are positive characters. And for the other two groups, we either use the combination of red and yellow color or a yellow and blue color. So these characters still have superpower. However, they may not always be the positive character. They have superpower. However, it may be dark power that they use it for other purpose. And in this example, the artist used different sequence of colors on the same character. And each sequence of color, it make the character have a different personality. And you may also use the same colors for different characters, but on different character, you may have different percentage of the colors you use. For example, the first character, we use more white colors, and this character looks like more kind of spiritual character, right? And for the second character, we put more black color on it, and very nice, very minimum white colors. So he's more looks like an evil character. And for the third character, we use more red color, so he's more like a positive character, a superhero. And if we just change the percentage of these three colors in the second character, for example, in this character, we have equal amount of black and white and red colors, and it totally changes personality of the character. So this character is more kind of a cute and positive character, and previous character is more kind of evil character. And in these three characters, we only use two colors, and it all gives a different personality to your character. And here's the color key examples, a group of characters, and you can see all of them have a different sequence of colors. And each character have a predominant color. For example, this character, the predominant color is red. And for each character, all of the colors the artist used, they fit with each other because they're related to each other. For example, here the red color is a predominant color, right? And for the other parts, for example, the weapon, and here the antenna is orangish or yellowish color is all related to red. And even the purple color or green color the artist used is also warm purple, is more close to the red color instead of blue color in the color plate. And with all these colors that are related with each other, you feel all colors on the character is very natural. And in this example, the artist explored the different colored clothes on the same character. And you can even play with the skin tone colors to create different characters. Well, next we'll talk about the character shapes and personality. So character shapes plays a big role in the personality, in the characteristic of your character. These are the three major shapes that have been used for character design: square, triangle, and circle. So usually, squares used for male character or the character that have a superpower or strength. The characters that is powerful in the movie. And rounded shape, the circle shape, always used for character, the positive character. The character may not be very powerful, but it's usually they use a circle, for the character that is a positive character in the movie. And they use a triangle shape, this sharp angle for the negative character, the evil, or the character that is very bad in the film and is very sophisticated, And here are the main characters of the movie Aladdin. So as you can see, these four characters actually, they all use the rounded shape, right? And these are the positive characters in the movie. And this character, the fourth character, it has a lot of sharp angle, in the design. And it is a bad character in the movie, as you know. And if you take a look at the major shape, basically it's formed by two triangles, right? And the other characters is formed by circles. And here for the Cabot, because it's has the magic power and it's powerful, so they use a square for most of the time. And also when the Cabot walks and bend, it is a round shape. And if you take a look of this monster, if you just take a look of his body, is also a square shape, right? Because he has the power. He's the most powerful person in the movie. So think about the silhouette of your character. Get a really good silhouette for your character design. Here, for this example, if you just take a look of the silhouette of each character, you can tell the shape of each character, right? So this might be a positive or might be a negative character. However, the character definitely is very powerful. We can tell, from the silhouette. And this character definitely is a bad character. It has a lot of sharp angle. It looks like an evil, right? And this character, it may be a little monster. It may be a powerful character, but not super powerful than that one, because the shape. And from this silhouette, we can tell this is a family, right? 4 peoples. And also you can tell what character is it from this silhouette. So that is a good silhouette. Okay, from the silhouette, you should be able to tell your character's personality, the character's shape, character costume and makeups. So in a lot of Disney movies, especially the traditional hand-drawn animations from Disney and DreamWorks, they put minimal works on the costume and makeups. They're trying to simplify the makeups, because if you put too much details on the clothes, it's going to increase the animation works tremendously, right? So the more focus on the character's performance, the body language, and the character animation, and they put less work on the costume. However, on the other side, the Japanese animation, they spend more time on the narrative, the story, and also they use expensive design, the details on the character's costume and makeup. They do a lot of details on the character's clothes. And when it moves on to the animation, they put less work on the character animation and less work on the body language and character performance, right? So in a lot of scene, if you watch Japanese animations, in a lot of scene, the character just stand there and talk, and they only draw the mouth, open and shut, those keyframes, and that is one shot. Or in one sequence of shot, for dialogue, they just have the character stand there and talk, and that's it. So it's more focused on the narrative, and all of the designs, the drawings, the background drawing, the character drawing is very detailed, and they put less work on the character animation. So these are totally different direction, 2 different directions, and you can go either one of these direction. Depends on your preferences and your skill. If you feel you're more comfortable on drawings and you would like to draw a lot of details on the character, and you are good on designs, and you can go to this direction, that you draw the realistic character and put a lot of works on the design works, and put less work on the character performance and character animation, right? And when you have a set of character, a sequence of character, and you need to think about the character skill set, which is the character relationship in the movie, because different characters have different scale and different height. So it will be good that you draw a scale references and put all of the characters together relating to the height. And then we can see the scale, the height of each character. So when animator animating these characters in the movie, they have an idea about the size of each character and how to frame in each shot, and how to use different camera positions for each shot.